Fight, we got Mirzakhanov against Chukwi. Mirzakhanov is a minus 188 favorite. Chukwi is a plus 158 underdog. Mirzakhanov is 10-0, 1-0 in the UFC. He's a good volume striker. He won his last fight by TKO, KO, and he has good striking defense. Chukwi is 6-1, 3-1 in the UFC. Has good volume striking. Decent takedown defense at 66%. He won his last fight by unanimous decision over Mike Rodriguez. I like Mirzakhanov at the minus 198 or 88, minus 188 on the money line. Then we had Guido Canetti against Chris Martino. Canetti is a plus 130 underdog. Martino is a minus 154 favorite. Canetti is 8-7 in the UFC, 8-7 overall, 2-5 in the UFC. He has decent striking, good grappling. His takedown defense is 70%. He lost his last fight by split decision to Mana Martinez, and he's lost 3 in a row. Martino is 9-5, 0-1 in the UFC. He lost his last fight to Sean O'Malley. Martino showed he was a dog, stayed in that fight, took a beating, but just kept moving forward. He has pretty good striking on his feet. His striking defense is questionable, but the only person we have to compare his striking defense to in the UFC is O'Malley, and we know how good O'Malley is. But I like Martino here at the minus 154 on the money line. Next fight on the UFC Fight Night card is Cody Brundage at Dolce Lugumabula. Brundage is a plus 112 underdog. Lugumabula is a minus 132 favorite. Brundage is 6-2, 0-2 in the UFC. He has good striking, decent grappling. He lost his last fight by unanimous decision to Maximov. Illinois going to the free throw line with 33 seconds left. IU still up by 1. Lugumabula is 11-3, 2-2 in the UFC. Has decent striking, decent grappling, pretty good, well balanced fighter. He's coming off a loss by unanimous decision to Barrial. His takedown defense is at 75%. I like Lugumabula to win this fight on the money line. Then we have Miranda Maverick versus Sabrina Mazo. Maverick is a minus 320 favorite. Mazo is a plus 260 underdog. Maverick is 11-4, 2-2 in the UFC. Has good striking, decent grappling. 3 of her 4 UFC fights have gone the distance. Lost last fight by unanimous decision to Blanchfield. Takedown defense at 44%. Mazo is not. All right, here we go. We'll go right back to that again. IU is down by 1. Have the ball with 28 seconds left in this game. And it looks like Davis just got fouled, so I think he's going to the free throw line. But Mazo's 9-3, 3-3 in the UFC. Has decent striking, decent grappling. Lost last fight by submission to Agapova. 4 of her 6 fights have ended by decision. I think Maverick probably wins this fight, but there's no value at the minus 320. What I like in this fight is for the fight to go the distance. All right, next fight we have is Damon Jackson at Kamula Kirk. Jackson is a minus 116. Is that minus 116 favorite? Kirk is a minus 102 favorite. This is basically a pick 'em. Davis hits both free throws. I use up 64-63. with 25 seconds left. Don't foul. Don't foul. Oh, he almost turned it over. Illinois takes a timeout with 15 seconds left in the game. IU was playing solid defense. All right, here we go. We'll get back to this. Jackson at Kirk. Jackson is 19-4-1, 2-2, 2-2-1 the UFC. He has decent striking, strong grappling, won 17 of 19 fights. One last fight by unanimous decision over Charles Rosa. He has a takedown defense of 35%. Kirk, 12-4, 1-1 in the UFC. Good grappling, has won 11 of 12 fights inside the distance. He won last fight by unanimous decision over Americani. He has good striking, but he has poor striking defense. This is a real close fight, but I'm gonna go with Damon Jackson to win this fight. I mean, this fight could end inside the distance as well. Both these guys have a lot of finishes, so this is another one that I would say fight for the fight to not go the distance as well. All right, next fight is Javid Basharat against Trevin Jones. Basharat is a minus 148 favorite. Jones is a plus 126 underdog. Basharat is 11-0 UFC. This is UFC debut. He has good striking defense, elite grappling, and a takedown defense of 100%. Jones is 13-7, 1-1 in the UFC. Has good striking, decent grappling, but he doesn't have very good striking defense. He stays right there, gets hit, doesn't have good head movement. His takedown defense is at 71%. This is going to be a good fight, but I like Basharat in this fight on the money line. Oh, yes, Illinois just turned the ball over. IU has the ball with 11 seconds left, up 64-63. Come on, all we got to do is hit our free throws. Yes, threw the ball right out of bounds. Hoosiers are close to pulling a big upset. Hoosiers are the 9 seed in the Big Ten, playing the number 1 seed, Illinois. And this will be a big win for the Hoosiers. They're right on the border of making the NCAA tournament. And this win, I think this win right here solidifies them in the tournament no matter what happens after this game, if they can pull this win off. They're going to go to the free throw line with 10 seconds left. Need to hit both these free throws here. But all right, let's get back to this. Get back to the fights. Julian Robertson against J.J. Aldridge would be the next fight. Robertson is a minus 126 favorite. Aldridge is a plus 108 underdog. Robertson is 10-6, 7-4 in the UFC. He has a good striking. Won his last fight by submission over Caceria. He has strong grappling. Aldridge is 10-4, 6-3 in the UFC. He has decent striking, poor grappling. I missed the free throw. Missed the front end of a 1-1. He missed it. IU got the ball. Oh, IU gets fouled with 1 second left. Davis going to the free throw line. Come on, hit these. This could be ball game. Big win by the Hoosiers. Let's pull this off. This is a fight between two guys. Aldridge is 10-4, 6-3 in the UFC. Decent striking. Aldridge has poor grappling. He won his last fight by decision over Demopoulos. I think Robertson's going to win this fight, and I think the grappling is going to be the difference in the fight. All right. Get ready to move over to the next. Go on to the next fight, which is Fletcher. Davis hits the first free throw. I use up by 2 now. with 1.7 seconds left. We just got to hit this and then don't foul. All right. The last fight on the prelims is A.J. Fletcher versus Matthew Simmelsberger. Fletcher is a plus 180 underdog. Simmelsberger is a minus 215 favorite. He missed the second free throw. Ball's bouncing around. Time runs out. IU beats Illinois 65-63 to advance in the to the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. Big win for the IU program, and that has to solidify us a spot. Hell yeah, it has to solidify us a spot in the NCAA tournament. Big win for the Indiana Hoosiers. All right, but Fletcher is 9-0. This is his UFC debut. He has good striking defense, and elite grappling. He's a real well balanced fighter. Simmelsberger is 9-3, 3-1 in the UFC. He's good, has good striking, decent grappling. He won his last fight by KO or TKO over Sano. I think AJ Fletcher wins this fight. I'm gonna go with Fletcher at the plus 180 on the money line. All right, then to start the main card, you have Alex Pereira against Bruno Silva. Pereira is a minus 178 favorite. Silva is a plus 150 underdog. Pereira is 4-1 in the or 4-1 overall, 1-0 in the UFC. Beat Michailidis by KO or TKO last fight. Has good striking, poor striking defense. Silva is 22-6, 3-0 in the UFC. Good striking, poor striking defense. One last fight by knockout or TKO over Jordan Wright. He has a takedown defense of 70%, and he has 19 wins by knockout or TKO. Excuse me. I like Silva to win this fight at the plus 150 as an underdog. Good value there, and he has I think he is a good bet there. I think he's going to win that fight. He's just, to me, Silva's the better all-around fighter. Next fight is Drew Dober versus Terrence McKinney. Dober's a minus 174 favorite. McKinney is a plus 146 underdog. Dober is 23-11 on the 23-11 overall, 10-7 in the UFC. Has pretty good striking, decent grappling. Lost his last fight by unanimous decision to Brad Riddell, and he has 4 losses by submission. McKinney is 12-3, 2-1 in the UFC. Has okay striking, has good striking defense, and has elite grappling. He won his last fight by submission over Ziem. I like McKinney to win this fight, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if he don't win this fight by submission. Next fight is Carl Roberson against Khalil Roundtree. Roberson's a minus 122 favorite. Roundtree is a plus 104 underdog. Roberson is 9-4 overall, 5-4 in the UFC. He has good striking, decent grappling. He lost his last fight by submission to Allen. Roundtree is 10-5, 5-5 in the UFC. He has decent striking, has good power. Won his last fight by knockout or TKO over Bukakis. I like Roundtree here in this fight. I think he has more power, and I think he's the better striker. Then we have Alex Casares against Sadiq Yusuf. Casares is plus 198 favorite. Yusuf is a minus 240. Excuse me, Casares is a plus 198 underdog. Yusuf is a minus 240 favorite. Casares is 19-12, 14-10 in the UFC. Has good striking, decent grappling. Beat Choi by submission his last fight, and he's on a 5-fight win streak. Yusuf is 11-2, 5-1 in the UFC. Good striking. He lost his last fight by unanimous decision. I like Casares here to continue his 5-fight win streak, make it 6 at the plus 198 on the money line. And then next fight should be a fun one as well. Marlon Moraes against Song Yudong or Yudong Song, however you want to say it. Uh, Moraes is a plus 235 underdog. Song is a minus 290 favorite. Moraes is 23 and 9, 23 9 and 1 overall, 5-5 in the UFC. Uh, Pretty well balanced fighter. He lost his last fight to Divashvili by knockout or TKO, and he's lost 3 in a row. He don't have great striking. He has decent striking, and grappling is pretty decent as well. Song is 18-5-1, 7-1 in the UFC. Has good striking, high volume, will stay up in your face. Won his last fight by TKO KO over Ars, and he's on a 2-fight win streak. I like Song to win this fight. Um, but the 290 on the money line, I'd probably use it in a parlay. And then in the main event in the evening, we have Magomed Ankalaev against Thiago Santos. Ankalaev is a minus 620 favorite. Santos is a plus 460 underdog. Ankalaev is 16-1, 7-1 in the UFC. He has good striking, decent grappling, 8 wins by TKO or KO. He won his last fight by unanimous decision over Ozdemir, and he has a takedown defense of 85%. Santos is a 22-9, 14-8 in the UFC. Good striking, doesn't have very good grappling. He has 15 wins by TKO or knockout. He beat Walker by unanimous decision in his last fight. I think Santos is going to pull out the upset here myself. But what I really like is for this fight to end in a knockout or a TKO. I think whoever wins is going to win by knockout or is going to win by finish. So I got this fight to win by finish would be my pick, and I lean towards Santos to pull the upset here and beat Magomed. It wouldn't surprise me if Santos wins this fight. That's all the UFC card for UFC Fight Night this Saturday night.